Hello everyone, it's Lisa Nicole Young. We're here today with Nalini Raghunandan. She is an upcoming children's book author based out of the Toronto area. And she's going to tell us a bit about her book, Fanny the Champ, today. So tell us about yourself.
Let's say I'm married.
Okay.
I have 2 daughters. I work in telecommunication right now in downtown. Before that, I was a teacher for 15 years, both in Jamaica and Guyana.
All right.
Yeah.
So what made you realize you wanted to be an author?
I was a teacher for 15 years before I came to telecommunications. And when I was in college, we had to do a story, a project. You had to write a story, illustration, do the binding and everything. I did it well, except my illustrations were atrocious. So I got a meme. I think I got a B minus. And I said to myself, it's something I would really like to do when I retire.
And so now you have the opportunity to do it.
Yes, and I started writing it because I live working downtown with my husband, and I have to wait on him in the afternoon, and sometimes he work late, and I said to me, what am I doing? Maybe I should just put pen and paper, and that's when I started writing. Yeah.
That's awesome. And how does it feel to have your first book published?
Oh my God,
It must be amazing.
It feels, I really can't explain to you, but it feels awesome. It was an accomplishment.
Yeah.
It's something I wanted to do when I retire, but I actually did it before I retired.
That's wonderful. And you mentioned that you were a teacher previously.
I was a teacher for 15 years, both in Guyana and Jamaica. In Jamaica, I was a principal. I dealt with mostly younger kids within the age of 2 to 5. Being a principal, it gives you the opportunity to look into all the classes and deal with all the different students. Even though I was a principal, I still work with the kids. And what I do, I love to make things. And in the third world country, you can't afford to buy teaching materials or concrete materials. You have to make them. And it's something that I love doing. I love making stuff. I just like create. I love being creative. Right. So most of our teaching materials, we had to make it. We had to improvise.
And I don't think you mentioned it, but you're from Jamaica, so your teaching was in Jamaica?
I am actually from Guyana.
Guyana.
Yes,
Okay.
I taught there. I went to college. And then my husband got a job in Jamaica. And so that's when we moved to Jamaica, and I was a principal there.
It must be a totally different experience than here.
It was a totally different experience because I'm trained to teach kids, the elementary kids, like from grade 1 to 6. But when I went to Jamaica, the estate that we were living on, they had a school that's for the estate kids, and it was ages 3 to 5. And they only employed like qualified teachers and there was a position for a principal, and they asked me if I wanted a job. So it's like, it was totally different from what I used to, but there was a workshop, and I actually brought the schools when I took the school, it was like 68 kids, and when I left, it was actually over 200.
Wow.
We had to increase like classrooms, build new classrooms. Yeah.
That's
that school became actually the resource centers for all they used to call them. It was Appleton Basic School. It became the resource center for that region.
Wow, that's quite the accomplishment.
Yeah, it was.
So tell us about your book, Fanny the Champ.
Well, Fanny, it's a story about a dog from a small fishing village. He was, he's selfless, courageous, and the deeds that he did, he changes the lives of those in the village.
What was the inspiration then for making it as it is?
Actually, we had a dog home by the name of Fanny,
Mm-hmm.
and my mom who actually named him Fanny. I just, my kids laugh at me. Any movies that has animals that talk, I would actually look at the movies. I was actually going to have this book with the dog, with animals like Fanny talking, but my editor talked me out of it. She said, are you sure you want to have Fanny talking? And I was like, because I was actually, in my text, original text, Fanny was actually talking, right? Because I love animals that talk. And she kind of said, she talked me out of it. I said, okay. Then we kind of use word like bark, and I try to make it as interactive, because if you read the book, there is in the book that the kids can actually make the song that Fanny and some of the things that he does. And it's mostly for early readers. And it's good for a bedtime story as well.
Of
And
course.
depends on your age group too.
So you have such a background then in different countries and cultures that
Yeah.
it's really nice to see bringing them all together in this book.
In this book.
Especially with Canada being such a multicultural country as well. And this is actually part of a 6-book series.
A 6-book
so what's
series.
next for Fanny?
The next for Fanny is He Saves the Day. Yeah.
Quite the heroic dog.
Yeah.
So you just touched a bit on it, but what sets your book apart from other children's books?
Well, I don't know. It's something that I want it to be, as I said, you know, multiculturalism is one of them. Diversity is one of it. And the story is, well, it's set apart. It mostly deals with the multiculturalism and diversity in the book. I just want, you know, people, and it depends on what's going on in the world these days.
Appreciate people as people.
Yes, they're just people.
You're also doing a book signing coming up soon.
Yeah. And the book signing is on June the 10th.
Okay.
And it's going to be at the Chapters Indigo in Woodbine.
Okay.
And it's from 10 to 3.
And people can keep up with the series online as well. You have a website?
I have
with
my
your series?
website. It's www.fannythedog. I'm on Instagram and Facebook.
Well, thank you so much, Nalini. It's been a pleasure having you and learning about your book you're writing. Yeah.
Thank you guys for having me.
So, thank you so much, everyone, for watching with us today. Be sure to check out Nalini's book online. It'll be available to order on Amazon as well as your local bookstores soon. And be sure to check up on our upcoming interviews and series at the Torch Online Media.